let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey, Dave, Frank from Cleveland. Just a couple things. First of all, I don't know if it's true or not, but I seen on the internet Jimmy Donovan had a relapse with his leukemia. If that's true, everybody please keep him in their prayers. And number two thing is all these other sports shows say if the Browns don't have a great season, they're going to probably clean house. If they do, why would you get rid of Andrew Berry, who gave the coaching staff everything they asked for since he's been here? They let him go. They got a screw loose in their heads. They have. But God bless you. Love the show, Dave. Be safe, brother, and keep Jimmy in our prayers. Thank you for taking my call.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails, and absolutely, Jim Donovan, voice of the Browns, announced yesterday on WKYC that he did have a relapse of his leukemia. So we certainly hope Jimmy gets back to the booth where he belongs in covering Cleveland sports. Quincy, the thing is the reason some of the national media is talking about Stefanski and Berry being in danger if they don't make the playoffs is because in the past, this ownership group has not been patient. They've shown more patience with this front office combination than they have in the past. It would be awfully hard to start all over again, but it could happen.
I hate to be in the position to defend Jimmy Haslam here, but I would say every coach that he fired really quickly was kind of justified why it went the way it went. I think there are other things to be critical of Jimmy for, like getting Johnny Manziel. That was a mistake, right? And that led into like 4 different mistakes that you made after that. But like the bad rap he gets for being impatient, I don't know if that's as earned as everybody says it is, because he fired Mike Pettin after 2 years, but that was clearly a mess. But he also kept Hugh Jackson for 2 years and a quarter, when Hugh Jackson had won a game. Like in that whole span, he won a game. I don't know. It feels pretty patient to me. Like, he never gets credit for just hanging on. Nobody was doing it. Steve Wilkes didn't get maintained after he had that 1-4-12 season. Like, Hugh won a game in 2 years and got to keep his job. So I always feel like that criticism of him is a bit unfair, because what was any other owner going to do that owns the team when you were given the Browns at the time that he was given the Browns? Like, yeah, everybody was going to fire the people that they fired. Like, name me the coach that they fired that turned into Bill Belichick, right? This is not an Art Modell situation where you push away Jim Brown, rest in peace, and then you also push away Bill Belichick. It's not that situation.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I would defend Jimmy on that. But the reason that Kevin's on the hot seat, and I think it's just Kevin, head coaches are on the hot seat every year. There's expectations, man. Like, you just can't be below expectations. If Andy Reid goes 6-10 since he's won a couple Super Bowls, he gets a year of grace. If he did that 2 years in a row with Pat Mahomes, he's gone. He's gone. Nick Saban has done as much to keep his job as anybody in not pro sports technically, but in sports, right? Nobody can say that Nick Saban shouldn't have ironclad job security. Let Alabama not win the SEC East or West this year, and Nick Saban might be gone, y'all. Like, that's just what it is in sports. You have high expectations. You're the coach of that team. If you don't win, you're gone, right? That point blank period. Basketball, football, baseball, any sport, especially at the professional levels, if you don't live up to high expectations consistently, you got to do something.